What's going on, everybody? This is the first episode of Faded Talks. We got a lot of people in the building, so let's give some notes for that. We got a couple sponsors we're gonna take care of. Glow Girls, Tri-County Urban League, and Joker Visual. Got that right? Shout out to them. Appreciate you guys for sponsoring us. But yeah, this is the first episode. This first one, isn't it? Okay, never mind.
Right.
All right. We can get straight into it. Everybody. I see you got the water bottle too. So that's good. All right. But we're gonna go down the line and talk. Everybody kind of introduce themselves, what they do, where they're from, everything like that, all that good stuff. All right, BA.
Bobby Anderson with Jamar, co-hosting this podcast. Bobby Anderson from Peoria. What else? With Fire.
How long you been doing that?
22 years.
22 years.
22 years. So that's a lot.
All right, I'm Nick Mayer. I'm from Peoria. I do IT at Caterpillar.
How long you been doing that?
Doing IT or working at Caterpillar?
Both.
Working at Caterpillar for about 4 months. Doing IT for about 15. Forever. Yeah.
15 months?
15 years.
Oh, so that's all I can do.
Yeah.
He was the first guy I knew that was able to get quality bootleg movies on the podcast. Like,
Yeah.
if I needed anything,
That was me.
that was him.
That was
the
me.
guy. And I mean, it was like movie theater type quality.
Time out,
2000s, that was a big deal.
I don't know what he's
I was
talking about.
It's not statute of limitations, but I
I was like, Jamar, you know that's a felony, right?
statute of limitations are
glad.
Right,
It's like,
We can edit that out. We can edit that out. We're going to skip right over that. Let's skip right over that.
Oh, yeah.
You got to say 2000. That's a long time.
So that's me. I don't want to hold the show up, so I'm next right here.
My man.
man, I'm Zach Belk, born and raised here in Peoria. My wife's trying to get me to move, but I love it here too much. Cheap cost of living. I'm an IT recruiter.
Okay. How long you been doing that?
7 years.
7 years ago.
What up, P-Town? Your boys, Splurge! Lamont Carroll, 8, y'all know me, never one splurger. Still spending money I got in 2000, 2001.
Come on.
I went to the store with the old 20s. They thought it was counterfeit. Them young kids don't know. Loan money, been had money. I made tires at Bridgestone, Firestone in Bloomington for 22 years. And our claim to fame was we made the world's largest tire, which of course went on the world's largest tractor. And I retired, and now I got a mattress store, a mattress by appointment, 309-989-6852. Hey man, I get you a mattress for the low.
That shameless plug.
And
Hey,
come on,
hey,
make
hey.
it work. Hey, financing, delivery, I got what you need. Holla back.
Y'all got
Still
one of
going.
those with the numbers and stuff like that? Tell you like the numbers, everything you sleep.
No man, but see people in Peoria don't want to. That's $2,000-$3,000 worth of stuff right there. I got you some spring mattresses, got firm pillow top, plus Euro top,
Yeah.
bamboo. I got bamboo, not bamboo soul, bamboo.
All right.
Holla back.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, support black business, man.
Yes, of course.
What up, y'all? Joshua Gunn. Originally from Durham, North Carolina. Spent 20 years of my life in the music industry, hip-hop artist, own my own entertainment company.
Yeah. Yeah.
Multiple world tours, actor, community organizer. Developed a passion about 8 years ago for community and economic development, specifically creating more equitable ecosystems. Leaned into Chamber of Commerce work. Been doing that work for about 6 years. Currently serve as the president and CEO at the Peoria Area Chamber.
Winner.
That's what's up. Hey, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I only have one job.
You got kids yet? Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I'll be your hype man.
Yes,
That's a lot to follow.
Yeah, I'm Jay Jeffries, plastic surgeon by trade, originated from Beckley, West Virginia. I was in the military, so I travel all over this country and ended up in New Jersey. Where I get all my training. And as the movie said, go western, man, I've been slowly moving west from Jersey to Ohio. Now I'm here in Peoria for 12 years. 10 years, I'm sorry.
Okay. Are you going to continue to keep going?
No, that's it.
This is it. Okay, good.
Did you mention what military branch you were in?
My father's in the Air Force.
Father was in the Air Force.
And you're from West Virginia, though?
Yeah.
I knew New Jersey. I didn't know you
Yeah,
were from
Beckley. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Also a part of the greatest fraternity.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about that.
Your dog?
No. What is that?
You know what?
I'm not in the
I'm not gonna stop.
I'm not stop. I'm not even. I'm in a gang. I didn't know. Hey, my son took 2 dogs, and all I see is this atomic dog and all that. So I didn't raise them right.
Come on,
Yeah.
That's like I was in the Marines for 10 years. Like that's like telling me you was in the army. You heard Lawrence Fishburne say, "Ain't no place for a black man."
All right.
Hey,
Well, we got a newcomer in here. So,
Hey,
What's going on, man? How you fellas doing, man?
what's going on? Tell a little something about yourself.
Man, King Jones, man, born and raised here in Peoria, barber. Started here in April, since 2014. Yeah, since 2014. Been licensed since 2018.
Where else you been a barber at?
I was a barber at Presidential for 4 years, and I just started here in April.
That's when you started.
Yep.
That presidential barbershop logo is hard.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's all.
Yes.
But Pure Oasis is better.
Shout out to Pure Woods. Shout out. Big shameless plug.
Shout out to me.
My name is Jamar, aka JH Barber 12. Cutting hair for about. I got my license in 2010. 2009, 2010, I can't remember. But I've been cutting shooting all my whole life. Back when I was cutting in the basement, I remember I put a Coors Light design in it. Like you said, it
I was
wasn't.
saying that the whole time you were talking about it, that's all I was thinking about. How
I
the
put a
craft
Coors
is
Light.
done.
So he told me to put a design in his head, and I was really just starting out. And I said, I got you, bro, I got you. So I put a bunch of lines in, and eventually it turned into some.
Feel like some mountains. Feel like a mountain top, like Rocky Mountains.
Yeah. But no, I've been doing that for about licensed barber for about 12 years now. Started out at Heads Up Barbershop. Shout out to Heads Up. From there, I moved to Florida. I was there for 5 years. Worked out there. Came back. So that we'll talk about that. But came back, started working at Heads Up again. Branched off, went to Major League. And from Major League, branched off again. Went to Pure Oasis, and now here we are in our first podcast.
So,
Yes, sir. So we'll get straight into it. Pretty much everybody here is a father. I mean, Nick is a father. Yeah, you got a dog, so
right.
it's kind of the same.
Dog dad.
It's kind of the same.
Not a sack dog dad.
But everybody here has kids, soon to be. Zach, you already, man,
A couple days.
yeah, y'all. That's the way you feel. What is that like? How does the whole process like? Is it everything you thought it would be? Was it like people didn't tell you what all this other extra stuff that was going on? Like,
So we got 2 weeks till my little girl gets here, hopefully.
Yeah.
I would say I have a lot more respect for my wife. I definitely respected her as a person and as a woman, but seeing the stuff that she's been going through, there's not a chance. You couldn't pay me to have a baby. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, I didn't think, when I was like, hey, let's have a baby. I didn't think of the negatives. I only thought of the positives.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't think about, for 3 months straight, she couldn't eat or drink anything.
It's like torture. First trimester is like torture for me.
It was bad.
Right.
So, but we're near the end. So
Yeah.
we're at the end of the 4th quarter, and hopefully we cross that finish line. Everything's ready.
Yeah.
Everything's ready. She can come right now. I can get that call and have to leave here. So
Yeah.
Have you picked out a name yet?
Kyler.
Beautiful thing. Who here has like what? How many kids does everybody have? I got one.
I got 2.
2.
I got 4. 3 dogs.
3. You got dog.
Yeah. 3 dogs.
I
3
have
dogs.
5 boys and 1 girl.
So 6. Okay.
6 children.
Yeah. So, what's the most enjoyable thing about being a father?
What do you start with?
Most enjoyable thing? I mean, and like I'm by no means am I comparing having a dog or a pet to having a child.
Right,
I don't
right,
mean
right.
that. But just watching them grow, just
Mhm.
teaching them things
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and seeing them mature, and I can't imagine what that would feel like to see a human being doing that. But I hope to, reach that one day. But that's a whole another episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's exciting to hear like Zach talk about it. But then I'm also wondering, Zach, what's your sleep schedule like? Because my guy just had a baby, and I heard there was like no sleep. You sleep
That 2 or 3
2 hours at a time.
Oh, yeah,
that right there.
It does depend on the child, but I think it's.
But are you ready?
You just got. You're never gonna be ready.
You're never ready.
You just got to be in it.
Yeah.
Right. Like I
You in the
think,
trenches when you get up.
but you got to be committed to it. Man. Like I think for me, what made it it's hard. Like being a parent is hard.
No doubt.
Super challenging. I mean, just the sleep thing alone. But you got to be committed to it. Right? It's got to be worth it for you. You got to know that you in it. Like some people that I know who've had children, it's like for them, they're like, okay, I got 3 years of this, I got 5 years of this, I got until they're 18 to do this. But the reality is, it's a lifelong commitment. And if you approach it with this sort of incremental thing, like, okay, they're gonna be breastfeed for this long, and they're gonna potty train for this long. You start to count down the days, right? It's like if you go for a run or you work out at the gym. Bobby obviously works out at the
A
gym.
little bit.
If you in there looking at the clock the whole time,
Oh, I thought you had one of them shirts on.
the body of the
Like
but correct me if I'm wrong. I obviously don't be at the gym, so if you're looking at the clock the whole time, the shit is miserable.
Yeah.
Right? If you're constantly thinking about, damn, I didn't sleep last night, I'm not gonna sleep tonight. But if you just embrace the journey, man, it's actually beautiful. And to answer your question, Jamar, I think everything about it is the best part. And that's how I
Except
approach
for
it.
not going to the gym.
Except for not going to the gym.
I haven't been able to go to the gym the last 3 years.
Right.
See,
I'll tell you what, the best to me,
Oh, yeah.
the best part about being a dad is
Oh, but that's your son too. Right?
I'm Zach's dad. I'm sorry, I had him when I was 16. I do not advise that. Hey, it was rough.
We was broke.
You're just young, you don't know anything, and you gotta rely on your parents. That's another story for another day. But the best part, because I'm 48 now, I got this parents. I'm your baby daddy's favorite baby daddy. I got this down. But the best part about being a parent, especially a father, when you come home from work, tired, you're exhausted, you're hungry, and your kids, you walk out the door, your kids go, "Oh, daddy's home."
Yeah.
They run to you and hug you.
Yep.
Oh,
You get a whole nother yeah.
Second, I'm
Yeah.
like,
You get that second
man,
win for
that
sure.
that is
For
the
sure.
most amazing thing ever. That hug, my baby girl hugs me. It's like she absorbs all my negative energy.
Is there a difference between daughters and sons
Oh,
as far
yeah.
as love goes?
Oh yeah.
Because I know with my daughters, they just,
You got 3 dollars.
yeah, I got 3 daughters, so they just, we go like this all the time. It's like all the time.
Yeah.
And as far as me, the best part about being a dad is just being able to teach them. Being, for girls, they need their fathers.
That's
That's
what
why.
they want to game.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I put them on game.
Right.
I put them on
Yeah,
game.
true. Yeah.
It ain't no BS with them.
Raw,
It's
raw.
always like, Dad, what do you think about this or that? I'm like,
Yeah.
you want daddy version or you want body version?
Right.
I want both. So, okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's what I like.
What about you?
For me, I'll start with just watching them evolve. My sons are all grown now.
You got 3 boys.
4 boys.
4 boys. 4 boys.
And watching their personalities, 4 different personalities.
It's true.
And I
You see a little bit of yourself in each one of them. Or?
every bit.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I believe in spending a lot of time early,
That's the most important.
molding it, because when they get to thinking for themselves, they're gonna. And I can tell you, at age 24, they're gonna come back to what they know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna let you right because I have a 29-year-old. She did the same thing, and I have. She's my daughter, my little daughter, getting ready to turn 24.
Mhm.
And it's funny how.
They start saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, you're not so dumb after all."
Yeah, they got that conversation like, Dad, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, what's all these taxes and all this other stuff? And when she first had to pay her own bills,
Right.
she's like, Dad, I thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate the sacrifice.
And now I have, grown conversations.
Yeah,
What is that like? It shifts because you go from
It's
yeah.
my 2 middle kid boys came out a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, hey Dad, let's
What's that?
grab cigars,
Yeah, yeah.
having a bourbon with them, sitting there talking. We
Yeah.
went to Air Lounge, with me, and just hanging out, just having a good time, and just talking. That's like the joy. Yeah, we just go
What kind of
back.
bourbon was it? I'm freshly into the game of bourbon. You know,
Oh,
it's-
yeah, Angels Envy.
Yeah, what?
Angels Envy, and then we were doing some Uncle Nick's,
Okay.
Blackbird.
Blackbird.
Okay.
So I before this, I just found out about that bourbon.
You know
Only
what?
like an hour before. I had no idea.
I'm trying to
No,
know
all this bourbon be nice, man.
So yeah, Uncle Nearest. Shout out to your sponsor, Urban League.
Okay.
They brought Uncle Nearest down. This is a segue out of the conversation for a second. They brought an Uncle Nearest rep down,
Yeah.
and so I've been hip to Uncle Nearest for several years through the Breakfast Club. They won the Breakfast Club when they launched first black-owned bourbon. Amazing story. Uncle Nearest taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey. But the Urban League brought a rep down and educated us on like the progression of the brand. When they first came out, they weren't really making their own whiskey. They were blending, right?
Okay.
And so it was more like a private label. But now they distill their own. And as a bourbon drinker, it's a lot better. And it's one of the better. Like it's not just good because it's black owned. Like we're gonna support anyway.
Yeah.
But it's one of the better whiskeys you can buy. It's not a bourbon,
Okay.
it's a whiskey, but it's excellent.
I remember.
They just reformatted.
They just started distilling their own, and yeah, it's legit.
So I got
I
some
remember a couple. It was wild. Marcus, he had put me on the page with Hayden. And that's the first time I had it. But I wasn't really like into like bourbon like that though. But now I kind of was kind of stick one.
That's the shit that happens when you become a dad too. You get into you get into slow drinking
Yeah,
rather than
it's a
shots.
shots. Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
So Mike, you said you had Zach at 16, right? So
Yeah.
so what do you think you would have done differently, as a father right now? Because I know you probably had him at 16, probably had another kid at 30.
No.
Well, but I'm just saying, what would you do
Break it
differently?
down.
Wow, no, I don't think no one's ever asked me how old I was. I know I had him in high school, and I had another child soon thereafter. But I was raised by women, right? So all the men, my uncles, all the guys, I grew up in one home. Shout out to one of homes.
Yep.
Killer Court, all that.
249.
All the men that were in my life, I thought they were so positive. They had women, they had drugs, they had money, and I'm like, I gotta be that guy, boy. I gotta be him. So I was raised by a woman. I didn't really understand how to be a man, right? So I'm having a child at 16. Don't trust my legs like a woman, walk like a woman, because I'm around women all the time. So I didn't know how to make my son into a man. Luckily, my mom, shout out Arminga Carroll, she was like, look here, partner. I graduated high school in 1991 from Richwoods. Shout out to Richwoods. And she's like, you need to join the Marines. I'm like, And the recruiter, Sergeant Royal, a lot of us got recruited by Sergeant Royal. He was from the South. He had a deep voice, nice, smooth skin. And when I tell you, when he spoke, I could hear my mom just... And I joined the Marines, and that taught me how to be a man. Going overseas and watching different stuff, being in different scenarios. You appreciate the stuff that we have in America. And like I said, talking to be a man, and then I took all that, okay, I wasn't the best father. I'm still a kid at 16. Like I tell people, I've been paying child support since I was a child. What? I'm paying child support like that. I got my first job at Harvey's, ain't no child support. What is it? I don't even know what this is. No one told me about it. I got taxes, I got FICA, I got child support. So I had to do that, and it just, as I see the younger generation growing up, I see a lot of me and them. They've been raised by their grandmother, been raised by some other women, and they don't have that man to teach them. Not just the drug dealer or the guy on the front corner. They don't have that man to say, look here, smack him upside the head. Look here, boy, like Fargo leg one. Look at here, look at here, look at here, right? And they don't have that man to teach them how to be a man and how you're supposed to conduct yourself as a man. And like my sister's father, He was in the Marines. He lived with us for a little bit. Shout out to Fubble. Vietnam veteran, had a bulldog with his tattooed on his arm. And he was like, I always had to keep a low haircut. Your hair was more than 2 or 3 inches, he would lose it. And whatever you do, you don't want no Vietnam vet that's been in Vietnam 3, 4 times to lose it. Because bad things happen, right?
My pops was bad.
So it's like,
I know what you mean.
you gotta have someone as a man to teach you how to be a man, so you can teach your son how to be a man. It took me 25, 30 to realize I'm running the streets, hanging out. I'm thinking I got women after women after women after women, and I'm like, man, I'm living a lot. But really, now that I'm married and older, I'm like, I look back, I'm like, my life was full of drama.
That's why me and Jamar wanted to come together, bring everybody together, because we was talking about, hey, us men, we need a platform to talk about these things. So somebody that's 16 will make that,
That same
mistake.
right.
That you not a mistake,
Not a mistake, right.
not a mistake.
Right.
But
Is
That's a
that
mistake.
you first?
exactly.
Yeah,
That's the first.
Yeah. So, but just a different way of doing different things. What about you, John? What do you
I
think?
was so interested in the story, I forgot the question.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a
But no,
grown
I know what. Real quick, I wanted to ask, how are you guys' relationship? You having them at a young age, did it
man.
cause any? Did y'all have a great relationship?
We are
That's
solid.
what's up. That's what's up.
Bro.
Because normally, sometimes that could be like, the kid raising the kid. Sometimes it's
Well, they say it takes a village.
right.
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 So-
Right.
Yeah, my mom helping out a lot. His grandma on his mom's side helping out a lot. And so, like, it wasn't all, great.
It's a rainbow.
It was, well, I'll tell you, it was rough. It was rough, right? But he's, 32, 31, 32? Now I'm 48, and we've been solid ever since he was 5. Like, that's been ever since he was 5.
That's when we love that DNA test.
And then, hey,
You see it when I came out white. He was like, hold on now. But look, we got the DNA test when I was 5.
Right.
99.99%.
That's real story.
But he
Hey.
But Bobby, you know my dad.
Yes, I do.
Now every kid he got now, my color.
That come, yeah.
He got a kid that's darker than me. I need a DNA test.
Yeah. And my kid come out looking like Wesley Snipes. Oh,
So like me.
He come out looking like my kid.
Something wrong.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I'm gonna be quiet here. I had the DNA test. I'm young. I don't know anything. I had the DNA test, and it comes back in the mail 99.99999. Right? I'm like, see, it ain't 100%. Not my son. Not my kid. So my mom, she says, come here, and she just, old school from Mississippi smack.
Right.
It's like, son, it don't get no better than that. I said, but it's not 100% though.
That's it though.
Ain't no
So
such
it's
thing.
not, yeah, it's not, she said nothing is 100%.
That's about the closest.
So like, damn, man, I got this kid. There was, I knew we had hung out. Me and his mom were still together then, but I didn't know I was a father. Like, and when you're that young, you don't know anything. You got people trying to tell you. You don't know who's telling you right, who's telling you wrong. It wasn't Google back then. I couldn't research it. I had to read a book. I had to read this book. I had to read this book. I had to read that book. And so
I would say though, to answer your question, like one thing I've noticed between myself and my friends that I grew up with is like I'm fortunate to have this relationship with my dad because they don't have it.
Right. That's
And
why
I've noticed a difference in their level of success when they don't have that dad.
Right.
So it's so important. It's so important.
My father's married.
Man, it's so important.
What's up, bro? I love you, man.
There's some power in it. But no, is there anything that you would do differently or anything like that?
I think so. I'm grateful for the experiences that I heard from these two brothers because I had kids later in life, right? And so I was able to learn from people around me. A lot of my peers had kids. I was, my daughter is about to be 6, so 30, okay, 30, 31, and then my son is only 3. So I was already, early 30s, my wife, late 20s, and we had lived our lives, right? If I had my kids early, even in my 20s, I was a wild boy. Like, I was wild. Like, there's a whole podcast of stories I could tell, right? I would not have, and so I'm grateful, right, that I had the opportunity to have kids later in life where I had experienced some things, been able to learn from the mistakes of others, But I make mistakes every day. You know what I mean? And I think to Dr. J's point about maybe when they're 24, they'll be able to tell me, I wish you did this different. I wish you did this different. But I think ultimately what I try to do is be present, right? And like, what's up, brother? Being present, even if I don't do everything right, at least I'm there, right? We talk about how important it is for them to have a relationship, for us to have a relationship with our kids.
Right.
It's one of the reasons I made the different career decisions for me, right? So when my daughter was 3 months old, I was on tour South Korea, right? And so for me, music has always been my passion for driving. I was on tour in South Korea, right?
I've been to South.
My first I did 3 world tours before that, but never as a headliner. It's my first headlining tour. And so we're documenting the whole thing. And again, my daughter's 3 months. She's back at home in North Carolina. And we're doing this little taping. My videographer stops the thing. He's like, bro, you know you love your daughter. But if we do a whole documentary about how much you love your daughter, ain't nobody gonna watch this shit. Let's focus on the performance. Let's focus on the tours.
Yeah.
But to me, what that demonstrated is I really wanted to be with my kids. Right? Like being away from them for months at a time, weeks at a time.
And we going.
I knew I was missing moments. Right?
Yeah.
So if you ask me a mistake that I avoided,
Yeah.
it was being away from my kids as well.
Yeah.
I probably would have waited till I finished my training. Medicine is a very intense undertaking. I was at the start of a surgical residency before they cut the hours down. Well, my 2 oldest were born while I was working for the government. Came back to my residency. I was working 100 hours, 120 hours a week.
So you didn't have a lot.
So I didn't have a life. So my life was work, and I always made sure that something on the weekend I would do something with it. They were playing sports. I always made it in time. Couldn't coach or anything like that, but I made sure that I was there in body. You know, sometimes you're just tired. You just kind of.
Just got there.
But as long as they can look up and see me,
You're one of these.
That was enough.
Yeah.
that was enough.
Yeah.
I didn't have to, you know.
I know that feeling, man.
And you know what I mean? So you work all night, you come home together. So I think I would have waited till my training was over, I should. But life does what it does, and you take it and embrace it, and you get through it. They, you know, take them to the hospital. The 2 of us, they got to do some cool shit.
Yeah.
You know, think about a 6-year-old, 4-year-old in a big long hallway. What are they gonna do?
Man,
Well,
where you set
well,
up?
They gonna run.
Oh,
Take off.
everybody knew them. They didn't have to worry about anything. One day, the chairman of the medicine department was doing rounds and had all the 20 interns and residents there. And I was going to the floor. My son's coming flying on the floor. Misty. And they all look like, who are those kids? And all of those just fell out laughing, you know, because they came in and then the chairman, you know, he looked at me.
So being a doctor, that's like being around a big family with your kids
Oh,
and
yeah.
that stuff.
Oh,
I can relate because I'm a fireman, so my kids being around the firemen, they love these dudes. Like they feel like they got 130 different fathers and uncles and all that. So they come around young, they can see them grow up. It's dope.
Yes, indeed.
It's dope.
They got to flying helicopter one time.
Flex real quick.
Now you
What did he say?
No.
What did he say?
No.
What's next, Lamar?
Chanel. Is it recorded even though the screen said
Understand that. They're the men of like
16 is young.
all you heard was
You're middle age.
don't get no girl pregnant.
Yep.
Break your condom. You don't do that because of child support. You know,
Yeah.
these girls was piping when we was coming up here. It
They
was
still
girls
are.
that it was girls that
That's girls.
it was girls that would
It's in the bag, for real.
Hold on.
it was a girl that we know that or dude that we both know that had a baby by a girl. She said it was his. 5-6 years later, it wasn't his. But he tried to say, "Can I get my child support back?" And I said, "No, you're not getting that back."
But you
So
know what?
I was always scared. I was like, I'm gonna have my kids by the time I'm 30, I ain't got no more kids, and I can still be young. And
But you know what, bro? What you said about not changing anything, like He's kind of like, you ever seen Back to the Future? I remember that movie.
Yes.
Exactly.
exactly.
But
it's a great trilogy. Man.
But what you learn from Back to the Future is if you change anything, you change everything, right? So you can't
You can't take it back.
you can't change anything, right? So like even like you had Zach when you were 16, the relationship y'all have now would be totally different, right?
Exactly.
All the things we appreciate about our lives, if we change anything along the way,
If he had me at 17, I would hate him.
I would change some my hairline.
yeah, you can't change that. Yes, you Jamar about
But Jamal, I would just put you back in my
You can't do a whole body.
Yeah, I did the white outline and all
You
that.
can't give him the S&P.
I did the chalk outline.
Now, but you know what I look like one.
You see me?
Jadakiss can do it, Bobby can do it.
Well, Jadakiss got hair.
I was like, hey, Kenny, what you think if I get the thing? She said, Dad,
Don't do that.
don't do that.
Yeah,
I like it better, boy. Now.
Pulling it off.
Yeah, that looks good.
yeah, it looks good. Like a
Pause.
like a good swole
Okay,
good.
no.
All right. Don't be surprised I come up here. Jamal, hook me up.
Just tapping his head
No,
like,
black man, he got a black
That's why you can't even get the piece now. Can't you get the
you
piece?
get the unit.
That's it.
I thought about
You know how to do it?
I thought about
Hey, Bobby, don't do that shit though.
And I'm thinking about trying to
Look
learn
like the dreads, man.
Get dreads. Get dreads.
I'm looking like
You look like Kai Green.
All right.
You see the Jimmy Bobby?
Time out. We jumping off. What's going on? What's next?
Okay, my fault.
That's the director right there. Moderator.
Yeah. Is there any traditions that y'all have or that y'all want to keep or anything like that with kids? Like I know with me, everybody in my family, all the boys are JDH. So my son Jason Wayne Harden, I'm Jamar Wayne Harden, my dad Jaden Wayne Harden, my brother Jordan David Harden. So we just keep that JDH going. Is there anything like that?
I never realized that.
Yeah, everybody in all the boys.
That's dope. Because for real. Because hold on. It wasn't until I started talking to this group like, hold on, my brother and my dad and my grandfather, they all have the same name, and like it wasn't until I started hanging around this chick, she was like, "That's so lazy," and I thought about it, and I was like, "Damn, she is right. That's late. That's like so. If I ever have a boy and I name him Nicholas Ray Mayer, it's like that's so easy.
Yeah.
So I
But
like
you gonna like it.
But it's tradition.
but it's tradition. But I'm saying I respect having the same initials. So mine are NRM, and then maybe bouncing something around that with that same with those same initials. But it's I feel like repeating the same names kind of lazy. But I mean, no disrespect to anybody that does it, but.
Yeah, man, because I'm a fourth. Because I'm a fourth.
You're a third.
I'm the third, but chose not to.
But I tell you, my family, my parents, everybody's initial JMJ.
Okay.
Jill Master J.
That's a J. My father's James Murray Jefferson. I'm James Jr. I'm third. My mother's Julia Marie. My sister's Jane Marie. Jordan Michelle.
That's not
John Mike.
See?
I love
Creative.
So that, and with my sons, it's J.E. J.E.
Okay.
James, Eric, Jared, and Ethan.
So is that the tradition you would like to pass on? Or?
Well, just some kind of pattern.
Yeah.
Come on.
You don't,
What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
You had him. He was chucking over here.
All right.
What's your thing?
What's your
What's the
tradition?
tradition?
We already know I had him at an early age, right?
What?
16.
16.
Right.
I didn't know father's rights and all that stuff, So, as I've stated before, I have 6 children. So, he got the name he got, right?
The name I got.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you come up with his name?
No, this is my hey, my name is Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. I'm 16. I can barely read a social studies book. I don't know. But as I got older, I became, more successful, grounded, having relationships with women, and so I have LBC tatted right here. Shout out to all the crackheads that made the tattoos back in the day. Me and all the homies we tatted up, got our initials on our arm. So all my little ones, everybody's LBC. Landon, Legend, Monica, right? So I got 3 kids that are grown, 3 kids that are little. So we are all the 3 littles. Or LBC. Yeah, Zach. I told you I was 16. His mama name was Zach. I don't call him Zach.
That's right.
I don't know. His name is Zach.
It's crazy. Like my last name is Belt. I don't have the same last name as my dad or my mom.
Right, that pisses me off.
We all got different last names.
No,
Your mom got married.
his mom got
Oh,
married.
I have my mom's
Maiden
maiden
name.
name.
Right.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Now, I wish, like I said,
You can still
When
go
I-
back and do that.
man,
But what
he's
would be dope? My name is Zachary Allen Belt. If I had his last name, Carroll, my name is Zach. My initials will be Zach. That would be kind of dope.
You can always change it.
He wasn't there the first 5 years.
Hey, I was there.
He gonna pay for it for life.
I was there. I just, I was
I'm a
there.
belt. I'm a belt. My daughter belt.
I don't know no belts. I know one belt. That's it.
It's cool that y'all get
So
those
God,
traditions now.
what about you?
Traditions, we have I'm very big on tradition, not a naming thing, but even like the small traditions in our house. So one of the first things is we always go to bed and wake up on a positive note every single day.
Okay.
Right? So when my kids come down the stairs in the morning, it's like their birthday every day. My wife and I make sure we celebrate them every single day. We come down, it's like we make sure that they know that we're excited that they're awake. They always say, I love you, mommy, I love you. And it sets the tone for their whole day.
Wow.
And my wife and I never go to bed on a bad note, and we make sure they never go to bed on a bad note. Even if they had a hell of a day.
How do you do that?
We can do that.
Me and my
That's a whole other.
Yeah,
That's a whole
But for the kids, we have like these mantras that they say, right? So we call them affirmations. So at the end of the night, my kids say their affirmations, and my daughter has a new affirmation that she just started. Both my kids say, I'm strong. My daughter says, I'm strong, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I can do anything. And so even if they're having like a crazy moment, I say, Harlan, what are your affirmations? It'll make her focus on the moment, right? She'll be mad at me because she'll never want to go to bed, so she's crying, she's throwing stuff. And I'll say, Harlan, what are your affirmations? It'll center her. And then the other thing that she says is from the book Sulaway. She says, wherever I go, whatever I do, I'll be bold and dream big. Right? And so we make sure we leave them with those little nuggets. Sulaway is a book. It's a children's book by Lupita, actually. It's a really great children's book. Yeah, daughters. About black girls. Anyway, so those are traditions, like small daily traditions that we do. Another one is we always make sure we have dinner together. We share our meals together. We don't get to have breakfast and lunch together most days, but at least we have one meal a day together. Just to make sure we center family.
Yeah.
Those
Family's really
that shit is really important. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Every Saturday or Sunday I'm off in the firehouse. I make it a point to cook my daughter's breakfast. So I remember the time my baby girl was 6 years old. She spent it up at my mom's house. She woke my mom up. She said, "Can we call my mom?" She said, "I gotta go home." She said, "Why?" Because Daddy making breakfast for me. My mom got kind of mad about that. But she's like, "What about my breakfast? I get to think making, you know."
Yeah.
So my daughters, they know every Saturday or Sunday that I'm off in the firehouse. I'm making the breakfast. I always make French toast, eggs, bacon, and then I get the little powdered sugar, strawberries on it.
Yeah.
And then, or now they like the breakfast sandwiches, the muffins. So I'm making that. So that's my.
Make them that?
I'm making that every Saturday.
To this day.
Even to this day.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
My daughter just left Saturday. I took my baby girl to school on Saturday. That morning.
That's the youngest one.
That's the youngest.
Okay.
No, wait.
So there's no more breakfasts now.
Okay.
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 Now, you don't eat that stuff though, right?
Huh?
You don't eat
Yeah.
that, right?
Well, see,
So what?
my blood sugar get low.
Oh.
No, bro, I eat right honestly about 80% of the time.
Like, what do you eat during the day? Like what do you eat?
I'm getting ready for a bodybuilding show because I got a bodybuilding thing.
Yeah.
So I eat, man,
No way he's a bodybuilder. I'm not lying.
egg whites,
Something on
man.
the side.
Okay, this is my breakfast. I had 2 whole omega eggs with 6 good ounces of milk.
Omega. You hear that? Omega.
I don't even know what that is.
3
That's
ounces
like,
of fat-free cheese.
You measure this out every single day.
Because see what? I'm like Mr. Gunn, I'm a pro, so I got to do it right quick. I got to measure everything out.
Right.
So then I have 3 ounces of cheese.
You're not a pro at the same thing.
So you got a scale?
I got a scale.
I got a scale.
I got
Food scale is the most important thing you can ever get.
You can put food on the scale?
Yes, man. what you do is you get your bowl, right, or your plate, and you put it on there. And then
Tear it.
zero it up. You tear it out. Then you start adding your food onto it. So that's breakfast.
So okay. And what we got? What? So it's just eggs and cheese? That's it?
Eggs.
There's gotta be more. I'm not buying that's all you eat.
I know you had to go.
That makes sense though. Proteins.
But it depends on what time are you eating this at.
That's at 5:30.
So you won't eat again at 7.
We eat after I work out.
Okay.
So I go to
So you
the
eat before you work out.
Yes.
Protein and fat before you work out.
Yes.
Okay, and then what you eat afterward?
Then after that, I'll have a protein shake with 2 cups of almond milk, and a half of this. I'm telling you all my secrets. And a half.
We ain't gonna compete against you.
We ain't gonna tell nobody. We ain't gonna tell nobody.
I promise.
Any special sauce?
Half of
Any
a
special
Raisin
sauce?
Bran cereal and a banana.
So that's your sugars, your fats, and your proteins.
Right.
So you
That's
got
okay. Time out. What happens because you're human at the end of the day?
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're jumping way.
Yeah, we'll get back on track. We're
We're gonna get way back on track. But what happens, man? When don't you ever crave man, when you go to pay for gas, you go to the meter's not working, you gotta walk in a gas station, you see all them beautiful stickers and receipts.
Tell a quick story.
Sitting there just saying, Bobby, grab me.
They do that. I went to the Shell gas station up there on Main Street. I was pumping some gas, right? If y'all, anybody knows me knows I love sweets. I love sweets. I'm bad. So I walk in there to pay for my gas, and a honey bun, you know the hostess honey bun? And I walk past, and they said, Bobby. I'm like, what? I said, Bobby. I'm like, what? I said, come here, man. I'm like, what, man? So I picked it up. You know, for real, because when you die, your mind crazy. So I'm talking to him, like, man, I'm really supposed to be eating right now, but you look really good.
I said that to a girl.
Yeah.
This shit keep getting worse.
I love it.
Okay, let it go. Okay. So, I want to shout out the Tri-County Urban League.
I'm looking at the honey bun, right? And you know, you got frosting on it.
Yeah.
You can't get the first honey bun because that'd be sweat.
Everybody touch it.
Everybody touch it.
That's how I know he a real candy.
Right.
Tactics.
Yeah, so I go in the back and get the last one, right? That was white sauce. I paid for it. I go out to my car. I say, why did I do this? I'm like 6 weeks off of my show. So I open it and I start to smell it. Oh, man. And I
Chunky type.
I ate it.
Okay, what did you eat it?
I ate the whole thing. Then I went back inside. And I poured more in it.
Oh, you got 4 of them joints?
And I ate all 5 of them. And I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there in my car like my stomach hurt. I'm like, man, now I gotta do 30 more minutes of cardio.
Yeah, but did you do the cardio?
Oh yes, sir.
Oh, that's the difference, right?
I had all up here, so I eat that food.
Another bodybuilding cat that I know I went to high school with was training me for a while. Believe it or not, I was training for a while. Not for bodybuilding, just to be normal.
I'm normal.
Just to be better than that. Right? And he told me though. He said, yeah, this ain't normal. I gotta get back to normal. He said, if you get a crazy craving like that, he said the best thing you can do is do it.
Yeah.
He said otherwise you let that shit just spiral and then you're gonna OD. You're gonna get 5 of them.
Unless it's crap.
And so, but he said the guilt. He said if you really locked in, the guilt will make you work that shit off.
Oh, dude, I was back in the morning.
It worked.
All right.
I went hard.
All right. So where do we leave off?
Okay, so
Now I want a tradition.
All right, so now we're gonna play a little quick
This
game.
is crazy.
Quick fire. We're gonna play a little games called Barber Talk, right? It's gonna be this or that. So we're gonna choose a couple little categories, whatever, and you tell me this or that, right? Jordan or Adidas? Jordan. Some of these aren't my questions.
Hold on, what happened, Jordan? Because like,
Just in general.
Team Jordan.
Poor people on the team Jordan.
Jordans or Adidas?
Jordan. Okay.
How many rings does Adidas have? I'm asking. I don't know. Because Jordan got 6.
Damian Lillard got no rings.
Was Kobe on Adidas?
Damian Lillard got no rings.
Kobe might have still been on Adidas. Yes, he was the first round. He was still with Adidas. The Shaq rings. I think he had. He was still with Adidas with the Shaq rings. Yeah. He switched to number 24, and then when he went to the Nike.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is y'all top Jordan Everybody said Jordans. Top Jordan.
Dornbecker
That's-
6, my favorite shoe of all time.
Woo!
I got these on, but
I don't know.
Those
the
are
numbers.
Gatorades, ain't they?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know the numbers on the Jordan.
He
That's-
said this one he
You
wears.
don't know like a
I
You don't know nothing but tires.
know tires and mattresses, bro.
Tires, mattresses.
But my
Top
favorite
mattress.
Jordan.
top mattress. What's the best
What?
mattress you get?
No,
That's the first thing. You know what's crazy?
What?
You know what's
because
crazy?
it's slam dunk contest, man, and David Boogie won. David and Howard they won.
Okay,
So I was just like,
that was
kid,
before my time.
you know,
Them shit's about to go.
If anybody knows
Like
what
you
Jordan,
spread a fucking.
Howard they you know, everybody say.
They're
The
trying to
tubes about to
I said the reason why I like those.
I always hated the
because
tubes.
David with the Howard they
I always hated the tubes.
because they wore those. Yeah, the tubes. They wore
I
the
always
tubes.
hated the tubes. But
Yeah,
GQ said they coming next year with the tubes for
They,
like the whole.
they bring the tubes
Oh,
back.
I love it.
They force it.
Hey, my man's got some cold shoes.
Yeah, we gonna get you.
They need to bring back everything after 14.
What's that?
They need to bring back everything after 14.
After the 14?
The 21s, the 20s, the 17s.
No, them shits got real ugly. What's the shit with the long tube? What was that? With the
No, that was 23. That was 23. The 23.
Yeah,
That was 23.
What was those, the 16s? The ones that had the little, that looked like the
those-
freight, the ferry or whatever.
I mean, I know what the 16s are, but I haven't heard that story.
The 16, what did it look like?
They had the shroud on.
Yeah,
They
they
had
had
another on the toe.
Not the 16s then. It's
Oh, they were terrible too. With
the
the
ones that
it's
had
like
the
a
tongue
little
that
thing
goes
you
out
take
this
off?
way.
Oh, the 15.
Those 15.
Yeah, those 15s. Yeah.
Those kind of dope though, because they so
Yeah.
ugly, they kind of dope.
Yeah.
I know one.
Zach.
I come back and
Zach, you hear me, bro?
I don't know.
Ain't nobody
All
else.
right, so what?
Ain't nobody
what's
wearing
the-
Okay.
That's okay.
Ball fade or casual?
Casual.
Ball.
If you got hair, casual.
Ball, man.
Jamar define casual.
Casual would be all even, wavelength, same to the sides you back.
Yep.
Whether it be ball on the side or
Yes.
If I had hair, I would get casual.
I would get
Ball
casual.
fade. Ball fade.
Because I
You
like
get
casual. I like
No. You get a low ball
Is
fade.
this casual?
That's
That's a
casual.
casual. That's a
That's
casual. That's a casual.
That's
So
casual.
you gotta be older to know what a casual fade is.
Yeah, they don't say. They don't say.
I know.
They call it shadow fade.
Yeah.
You literally.
What is
That's a tip. We call that a tip fade. What's it?
Yeah, what does that mean? You.
So what does he have then?
It's a ball
You get a
fade.
ball fade.
That's ball.
Who cut your hair? Jamar. Oh, I'll keep my mouth shut.
I ain't had no cut this week yet.
I'm just
I had
joking.
to
Your son's hair.
All right,
I'm
so
just joking.
what you went
I
casual?
like casual fade.
Casual.
But you get a ball fade now, though.
No,
You get a low ball fade.
You get a low
You
fade.
get a low ball fade.
No, you don't get it. That's a tip. What he got?
No,
you don't
you
get
get a low ball fade.
Oh, the low ball fade then.
Yeah, that's the ball fade.
I just look here.
See,
when
when
I
we hear ball fade, we think like the Marine cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's like, when he first told me, he's like, "Get your ball fade." That's a high and tight. That's a different.
Right.
That's a different. That's a high and tight. Marine fade is a high and tight.
all I know is
This is ball fade.
Jamar knows me well enough that when I come in, he goes, "You want to care?" Last time I said, "Yeah."
Yeah. Jamar talked me into the ball fade, and it's been high.
All right, so what we got next?
Cookies or donuts?
Donuts. I know something.
Man, it depends.
Cookie from Empire?
No, just a cookie.
If it's a
What did
donut,
Jack want his
if it's a long john, you bite into it and squirt all over it.
Why would he do that?
It squirts on your face.
No, I was joking, bro.
Oh,
I like cookies.
Yo,
I like cookies, bro. Cookie, Oreo golden double
I gotta
stuff.
do Oreos.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
fine.
gonna do Oreos.
cookies on crumbles.
Cookies unless
Crumbles?
it's Krispy Kreme glazed donuts with red light.
Red light on?
The ones that eat them.
Shit.
Yeah.
Have you had red light?
Yeah, I used to get here for the shop.
It's
It
this.
was like a cake.
So
It was like too heavy.
It's this spot called Insomnia Cookies. I don't know if you ever had Insomnia Cookies before.
Where's it at?
Them shits, they don't have one in Pure.
Okay.
in Bloomington.
They have them made one a lot of places. They deliver it till 4 o'clock in the morning. That's why they call it Insomnia. But they bake them when you order them. So every time you get them, they warm.
So it's about right 30 minutes.
They're soft, gooey chocolate chip.
I had this when I went to ISU.
So let me ask you this then.
You like the strange donuts.
Oh yeah, shout out Strange Donuts. My homie Jason down in St. Louis. It's unlike any donut you've ever seen. They're all ginormous and they're
Strange.
I travel
especially donuts.
Because you said you was a burger guy, right? Like burger.
So let me ask you this then: for those who pick cookies, you mean to tell me like Zach said when that Krispy Kreme
Do y'all got Krispy Kreme?
No, we don't have.
I said North Carolina thing. Hold on.
Krispy
It's from North
Kreme.
Carolina.
The Krispy Kreme.
Now, Krispy Kreme is not a donut though.
Red lights on.
Krispy Kreme's not a donut.
Yeah, that's crack.
What is
That's
It's
crack.
Krispy Kreme.
It's
That's
crack.
crack. That's
That's a
crack.
Krispy Kreme. When you say donuts, I'm thinking
get a
like
Krispy
Dunkin'
Kreme.
Donuts.
Okay.
You might as well get
Krispy
the
Kreme is
have the thing, get the lighter, swirl
Krispy
it
Kreme is
around.
different.
I learned something new.
That's crack.
It's referring to the light being on.
What?
The light,
Oh,
you
the
know,
light
the
beer.
light, you know.
Krispy Kremes.
Josh, what blows me though is we had a Krispy Kreme in Peoria.
And y'all,
Josh, I was a kid.
It was.
Y'all let it go out of business.
I'm here now, Zach. I got you.
No, if they brought it
We're
today,
getting it back. We're bringing it
I'm
back.
bought it.
It might have been.
Put it on the podcast.
It might have been in the most piss poor location.
It was
ever.
yeah.
but that
Up there where
location
that
now.
stranded highway is, you couldn't pull in all out.
Yeah.
It was.
Is that the weed store now?
Yeah.
No.
It's
It's
right next to it. Yeah.
That weed store is making.
Okay.
Cookies and donuts.
Cookies,
You said quick crumble, right?
cookie crumble,
Oh, that's-
also Archway,
Yeah, see,
oatmeal and raisin.
see, my mom used to see me with Josie Brothers. I had to get you.
Joy,
You remember those?
I'm gonna get that
What's
I can tell y'all.
Where you get that from?
I don't get
That's
you
what my
around
mom
here.
used to get.
Nah, this gonna
Can we
this-
Google
this next
this
one?
right here? It's definitely gonna be a tough one.
This might take us a while.
This is gonna be a tough one.
Uh-oh.
And we need time for this.
cheese.
Right, we do.
They say that company got-
Yeah, what you got?
Okay, I want Mr. Gunn to
I
answer
want
this
you to answer that.
Yeah, I want Mr. Gunn to answer this first.
Okay.
I answer loud.
I need your top 5 rappers of all time, in no specific order.
No, it's easy for me.
And I
I get asked this often, so it's easy.
Okay.
Andre 3000.
Okay.
Wait. First of all, is this in order?
Okay.
So this is just
I ain't never really tried to put them in order. Andre 3000, Nas, Scarface, Jay-Z, but like
Black Dog? Okay.
Black Thought for sure. I'd probably put Black Thought number 1 if I had to.
Black Thought is nice. He's nice.
He's not that.
So
he's not.
you
How many records he sold?
I'm sorry.
Like 30. I'm
Wait, like 30 million?
Easy.
Like 30
Oh,
million?
that sounds like a lot.
That's a lot.
Oh, it sounds like a lot.
That's a lot.
So no
What you talking
Tupac, no
about?
Biggie.
No Tupac. So, I mean, like, I love Big.
They don't have enough.
It's not enough
Guys,
catalog.
yeah,
But
yeah,
then also,
yeah.
like, also,
What would your life be if you died at 24?
yeah, it's just, they just die early, right?
That's
But also,
No,
with
we
Biggie in particular, like, when I was a kid, I was impressed by Biggie. But now that I'm a grown-ass person, some of the shit Biggie be saying, I'm like, bro, I can't.
Yeah, he said some questions.
Don't you know? What's he say?
Give me a
I like it young, fresh, and green with no hair in between.
Yeah.
That's rapey.
He
Wait.
said-
Don't you know my nigga Gutter fucking kidnap kids, fuck them in the ass, throw them over the bridge?
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot, right?
I've never heard that line.
I know, but it's
He said, didn't he say some shit like, I thought that was your daddy's dick?
No, he said you look so good, I suck on your daddy's dick.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
So it's a lot of things. And he was saying it for shock value, but
That's also a Richard Pryor joke, low key. That he's
It is, it
Richard
is.
Pryor.
come on,
That was the
Peoria.
explanation.
Come on,
Shout out
Peoria.
to Morgan in the back.
But I can't go back and listen to it, right? It's the same, like when I was in high school, I thought Eminem was like an amazing rapper, right? But as a 30-year-old person, not even lyrically now, I think it's just cheesy. It's just like you saying, like all this extra.
Certain body is like this dude is trash, but people think yeah.
But when you were younger, you were like, damn, that shit was amazing.
So who's next? Who's up next on the?
No, we gotta go back. Let's not say.
See,
I'm gonna weigh that. Weigh that. I'm a two-pack guy.
Okay.
They can't even say his name. What the fuck?
I heard I was gonna
We
leave
got
Two-pack home.
Cool Modi,
Okay. Yeah. Wild Wild West.
Rakim.
Absolutely.
Rakim is
I'll accept that.
That's his name. I like Jay-Z. And my girl, what's my girl's name?
MC Light.
MC Light.
I got it. Light.
Jay, no, Nikki.
That was fine?
She's way better than
That was fine. Jay, Light,
Okay. Okay.
Cool idea, Rocket. Okay,
Yeah,
what's a solid list?
what's
Yeah, it's a
So
solid.
I say Jay-Z,
Okay.
Nas, Kanye, Nipsey, and
Yeah, I love Nipsey, but that's very early for Nip though.
Hey, I've been rocking with Nipsey. since
Me too.
2010.
Me too though. But
So it was like,
Nip kind of died at his peak though.
So who's 5?
y'all probably don't know the name Larry Jr.
Okay.
Definitely don't know him.
He's hard, low key.
I don't know who that is,
Yeah,
but
you know. If you know, you know.
Low-key hard.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
Larry Jr.
dope.
tough. So that's my
But
top
of all
five.
time,
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
Of all
dope.
time, ever?
Now I'm not saying that the other legends ain't legends.
That's your top five.
But that's just my top five.
That's
That's
why. So who sucked
It's
Lamar?
Can't nobody argue with your top five.
I'm gonna come last. I'm gonna go last.
you say you want me to
Wait,
go
so-
last.
Why you going
I'm
live?
third last.
What's your top five, Jamar?
Dylan,
No.
No, we gonna move.
Oh,
Jay-Z,
okay.
Drake.
What?
That's your top five. It's your top five.
I rock with Kanye.
I love you.
Yeah,
I'm not bad at these first three. I'm really not.
You're aware, sorry.
It's the order. It's the order that I'm stuck to. If there's no order,
There's no order. No order.
See, mine changes sometimes. But I'm gonna go with right now. I'm gonna go with I don't got Nas in there. I'm sorry, Greg.
Mm.
I don't got Nas in there.
Don't forgive him.
Why? I'm freaking one.
With another podcast.
Come on, stay on it. Stay on it.
Where I'm at? I'm at Kanye, Jigga,
Drake.
Drake. I do got Lil Wayne in there. But I got Lil
Old
Wayne.
Wayne and new Wayne.
Old Wayne.
You can't be mad.
you can't
Old
just
Wayne.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Wayne
Oh,
Wayne is Wayne.
Okay, Wayne.
I
Okay.
give credit to Wayne.
Wayne's old. Wayne's.
We go with Big. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, me?
I'm not mad at that.
I go. All right. Gotta get Rakim.
That's
Right. Rakim is no. He didn't even cuss.
Yeah,
He
you old.
I'm old.
Old people love some rock.
I love Rakim.
We do.
I'll go with Jay-Z, of course. I wouldn't put Biggie or Pac in there because they both died so young, so their body of work was kind of limited. No disrespect to them, they're great at what they do. Definitely would go with MC Light because she spit it down.
It's really like this.
My mental life.
Like, really?
MC Light put it down.
She had the barbs behind her.
Yeah, I gotta go. Who did I say?
The voice ain't changed.
Who did I?
You
What?
said Light,
Said Rakim, Jay-Z.
Okay. Light, Rakim, Jay-Z, Big Daddy Kane. Kane is
Pull it up
still
on
cold.
13. Okay, I'm good.
Kane is still cold with it, and I know it's gonna throw y'all off. He's repetitious with his rap. Rick Rose, the boss, baby,
That's a great list.
Rose.
Great list. I ain't heard no bullshit list yet, so
I go with Rose,
that's a good list.
the boss, bro.
That's a good list.
I would have to go, just because I grew up in this area. Of course, Pac and Big, just because that's I grew up in. I love Scarface.
Yeah.
Face is so nice, man. Scarface so
Yeah,
nice, man.
I would
People sleep on Scarface, man.
face is always on time. Even if you put it on the back
And man, you know what? Most definitely. Love
Yeah.
Most Def.
But that's four. That's four.
And this is probably my sleeper, man. Like people, I don't think he get enough credit. And I know he's still young. Man, I love J. Cole.
Okay.
J. Cole, nice.
NC?
He's nice.
J. Cole,
He's from Fayetteville, but North Carolina. Hell yeah.
So that's
Cole
my-
was undeniable.
that's my fault.
It's a beautiful list.
Yeah, you gonna say Travis Scott?
Oh, you want to go?
You want to
Not
go?
yet.
Hey, matter of fact,
I'm not. Introduce yourself. You didn't really.
I'm Virgil Marshall.
Best math teacher in Peoria, hands down.
Okay.
I wouldn't be where I am today without this man.
Okay.
Big up to math
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah.
Tri-County Urban League.
Yeah, that's love.
I graduated 8th grade from there.
Okay.
A lot of respect.
All right, I'm not big on rap, but still, some of them named MC Light, Rakim, I do like Tupac. And I don't know, even though they're controversial, but they're controversy NWA, I like that.
They changed the game, man.
Sure.
Change the game.
Travis Scott.
No, I'm not gonna say Travis Scott. I'm just an amazing Travis Scott fan. It releases a lot of energy, pent up energy.
What's your favorite Travis Scott song? Not at a concert that you listen to on a daily basis.
Oh, what did I say the other day? Why can't I think of it? No, it ain't that.
It's not that?
I'm drawing a blank right now because you put me on the spot.
That's what I was asking. Like,
No,
that's not
he got to Google it. Hey,
No,
hey, Google.
I'm going to the album.
Name me a Travis Scott song.
90210.
Oh, Travis Scott.
90210 is my favorite Travis Scott.
I'm just fucking with you.
No, that's cool. I'm gonna go Jay-Z,
Okay.
Kanye.
Is this in order?
No, it's in no order.
Okay.
Jay-Z, Kanye, Drake, Eminem. Yep. M is very skillful. If you go listen to them ciphers, if you listen to them ciphers and you really like listen to what he says some really powerful, amazing shit.
That Eminem now is weird, though.
I think it's always been weird.
But
Another podcast with
but define weird. What's weird?
Well, he be saying like
I feel like M just makes words rhyme.
But at the same time, but you just said you like Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne talks about bananas and weird shit like that.
I said
Early Wayne.
I said old Wayne.
What's the
Part
difference?
3. Done.
So Drake don't write his own.
That's three. That's three.
Don't Drake have both tracks?
No, that's four.
That's four.
But Drake also he writes
Jay-Z, Eminem,
multifaceted.
Drake,
But Drake is not really a
Kanye.
rapper. He's more like an overall pop artist.
and last man is tough because I mean my man right here put NWA, which is a group,
His T-shirt is touring right now. So
but
he's not.
man, I really was really strong into Wu-Tang Clan.
But that's a
There you go.
But he did NWA.
Who's cold, bro?
Who you said? Who you said?
He said Wu-Tang.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Bell, go ahead.
No debate.
Without a doubt.
Oh, you
No debate.
Okay, go
I don't want to hear no debate, no gas, nothing.
What's your thoughts?
Lil Wayne.
Is this in order?
Oh,
This is in order.
The number one is in order.
Okay.
2 through 4, some debate. Number 1, Lil Wayne. Not trying to hear no debate.
There's a lot of debates to be had.
Number 2,
Born in the 90s?
number 2, I would
1990.
put Jay-Z.
Okay.
Number 3, Drake.
Okay.
I just like, I get all the negative about him, but man, like to be on top that long, like it's crazy.
He's consistent. He's
Lil
definitely
Wayne, Drake, and Jay.
Lil Wayne,
Yeah, he's
he got 2 more.
Number 4, Kanye. Like Kanye is.
Why you say it like that? Like it's a bad thing.
Because to me, I like a different type of music than what Kanye puts out for the most part. But I try to, any artist I'm a fan of, I try to listen to everything they do. And Kanye, like he's a genius.
Yeah.
Like it's mind blowing when you sit back and listen to this shit. Now number 5.
What about your old man?
Oh God.
He only had one hit.
Had one hit.
What was the hit? What was it? He made a diss song against this dude he was beefing with in Peoria. It's some old school Peoria like legend.
I get you.
I want to hear it.
I'm intrigued by this.
Number 5, I'm not. He's a part of a group, but I'm not saying this group. I'm saying him. He was my favorite rapper. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a huge Wayne fan. He was my favorite rapper before I was a Lil Wayne fan. And I feel like what you said, I feel like he doesn't get enough respect.
Say the name.
If you say tie to him, I'm gonna have you next time.
Say the name.
I feel like he doesn't get enough respect.
Ja Rule?
But
He said
So no.
Okay, no, I mean,
I feel like Bumpy is one of the greatest rappers.
That was respect. But the fact you didn't have me and Ja Rule, because you grew up on me and Ja Rule.
Beat up in Peoria.
He got his
Any nigga that get whooped in Peoria, I lose respect.
Can't do it. He got whooped on stage
They can have
at his own show.
He can have it to the best.
Yeah, could, but you're supposed to
He got a very
retaliate.
You
Yeah.
supposed to have AKs.
We'll keep it quick though.
Hey, nobody heard your last.
He said Bun B.
Okay, so four was.
Yeah.
Four was Kanye.
Okay, and then
So,
5 was.
That's a hell of a list.
Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Drake, Kanye, Buggy.
Yeah.
Who on the stage of Peoria?
Yeah, he said John got beat up on stage.
At the Civic Center?
You know we don't play in the pin. What you talking about?
I didn't know that either.
All right, so what's the next one?
The next one. This is
And we keep it quick. Top 5 NBA players.
of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Or you can do my work for me.
Can I go first? Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. Don't get mad at me, y'all. Larry Bird.
Ain't nobody be mad at that.
Larry Bird. Don't get mad, y'all. Steph Curry.
Can't get mad about that.
Can't get mad at that.
LeBron James.
Can't get mad. Are you a Pistons fan?
Duh.
What up, man? Kobe.
Everybody know the last one, right?
You know the last one. Let's go. Put him on my feet.
Awesome. He's sitting.
If that one ain't
He did 5.
That's no order though, right?
It's no, look, Jordan's number one.
Is everybody agreeing it's Jordan's number 1?
Yeah.
So every list should start with that first.
You don't even have to say it.
I'm wearing no $1,500.
Can we do our top 6? We talk about everybody agree Jordan on the list.
Okay, I give you that.
Other five
I give my last one because Isaiah Thomas, man.
Are you a Pistons fan?
I just love Isaiah Thomas.
Zeke
Zeke was Steph Curry before Steph Curry.
Right. True that.
You know, he had to handle
Kyrie.
and before Kyrie.
Right. True that.
Zeke probably had the best handles I've ever seen besides Kyrie.
Zeke was nasty.
So that's
I be watching YouTube. Yes.
Go ahead, bro.
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Kyrie. What's the last one?
Wait, you just say Kyrie?
I like Kyrie.
Kyrie.
I like Kyrie.
Kyrie.
I like Kyrie.
Because he can dribble?
What is
finish? I like what has he done? I like
He does finish well.
What has he done though?
He put a down to a 73-9 Warriors.
He did what?
Put the down.
That's LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? I put Kyrie on the line.
Kyrie though.
Kyrie had got hurt that year.
I'm walking off the
They would have clipped.
Hey, Bob.
Because Kyrie really makes Steph like look average.
20 years from now, nobody will remember Kyrie.
I disagree.
20 years from
I
now,
disagree.
nobody will remember Kyrie.
If he goes to the Lakers this year,
Kyrie Irving
You'll
not
remember
better.
just
Is
because
Kyrie,
he will as one of the greatest
wait, is Kyrie Irving better than Steve Francis?
Oh my God.
Steph
Yes.
Curry?
No.
wait a minute.
He's not.
Wait a minute.
He's not, but y'all don't even remember Steph Francis.
I do.
Nobody's going to be talking about Kyrie in 20 years.
As far as what?
Nobody.
Shooting, what? Athleticism.
I'm not talking about skills.
It's
We just accomplishments, career accomplishments.
What is
No,
Steve
what can
Francis?
You're right. I give it to you.
You can come with that.
Steve Francis got his chain snapped while we're talking
I don't give a
about
fuck about chains.
We're talking about
I know we're talking about John Rule getting beat up on stage. Not in Peoria, he got his chain snapped somewhere though.
Explain this one.
What can Kyrie do that Steve Francis couldn't do in his prime?
That's true.
What can he do
That's true.
that Steve Francis couldn't do in his prime?
Win a championship.
LeBron won the fucking championship. Stop.
So
Kyrie can't be on your
Curry had 3 3-point KO series.
he can't be on my list.
The reason I do agree with you, you take out, because Kyrie's had a career without LeBron.
Without LeBron.
You take the LeBron years away,
And accomplished nothing.
what's left?
On the
That's
Celtics,
what I'm
on the
asking.
Nets, on the
So
Cavs,
Hey, without Brown, he still got better stats this
wait. Was he even the best point guard in the league at any given point?
Who?
Was he
Steve
even all
Francis?
NBA? No.
No,
Kyrie Irving. Was he even all NBA?
Numbers is still better
Was
than
Kyrie
Steve
Irving the
Francis.
first team all NBA?
Without Brown, his
Steve
numbers
Francis
is still better than
Was
Francis.
Steve Francis is better than Kyrie?
Francis was nice for 2 years.
How many years did Kyrie have when he was first team all
I need to
NBA?
see it.
How many?
Kyrie is averaged over 25
A
for
lot of
6
people average
years.
25.
Okay, we gotta switch. Because we'll be
A
here
lot
all
of
day.
people average 25.
Go ahead, man.
I didn't finish mine.
When's the last time Kyrie played a whole NBA season?
I got KD and Steph. So we take Kyrie out. I got KD and Steph.
Good.
Time out.
Take Kyrie out.
Here we go. We got stats.
How many times he first team all NBA?
Who?
Kyrie Irving.
Let's not talk about Kyrie. I'm still back on Steve Francis.
Talk about Steve Francis.
Man, that's why I'm trying.
Career average, please.
I'm waiting to hear what he's
Don't
talking about.
include the years after the injury.
So why?
No,
See, now we're adding in.
Because Kyrie's only in his 6th year.
You can't include that. Well, Steve Francis had 4 good years.
Okay, how many has Kyrie had? How many good years has Kyrie had?
Every one of them.
Okay.
Kyrie's never finished the NBA season.
Okay, go ahead, L. Go ahead.
Oh, my God.
How many games Kyrie played this year?
We're gonna revisit this.
How many games he played?
Y'all play more games than Francis.
What do you think? Wait. I want to say on Steve Francis. What do you think Steve Francis' highest average was? Points wise?
21, maybe.
21. All right. What do you think about assists?
We're not talking about stats. No.
What? He's a point guard. What's he supposed to do?
Yes, we gotta talk about that.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay.
So wait. Let's be clear. Stats don't tell the whole story. Do stats tell the whole story?
They don't. They don't. But in this situation, they do. They do. Situation.
So is Russell Westbrook a better player than Steph Curry?
No.
Come on,
But you
man.
didn't say that though.
No. But my point is, here's why I said. Here's why I said. Wait. Here's why I said we have to move on. Because his point about record sales, right? Stats don't tell the whole story. Master P sold more records than a lot of people in our top 5. Stats don't tell the whole fucking story.
But he only did
You're
it for
talking
how
about
long?
Kyrie Irving,
But he only did it for how long?
a player who hasn't finished the NBA season in 4 years.
Master P was the most successful rapper
Sure,
for
but
how long?
is he on anybody's top 5?
For how long?
10 years.
For how?
10 fucking years.
I done had some Master
10
P
years.
chips.
Who?
Master
At my
P.
store.
The No Limit run was 10 years.
Master P had everybody on Master P.
No
was a
Limit was
millionaire.
from.
10 years.
Everybody on Master P label was a millionaire. P Diddy got no millionaire.
I didn't notice Kyrie talk was
From 93
I'm sorry.
to 2004. We can move on.
Okay.
We can move on. Billion records.
We got this.
We got that next one.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, I got
Like beats.
This is my second whiskey.
It wasn't Master P. It was the record thing.
I got my man.
I took mine out. You took that 6, so I said KD.
See, I won't let another man bully me into not liking my players. Right.
Me and you different.
I can never.
You different. I'm gonna stay with Kyrie on my time.
My number 1 player of all time is Patrick Ewing.
What?
Repeat that. What he say? What he say?
Patrick Ewing over Kyrie Irving.
Hey, can you please repeat that?
I'll take Patrick Ewing over Kyrie Irving. 100%. 100% of the time.
I got Patrick in my top.
The only reason I allow it though, ever since I met my dad, Patrick Ewing. Hey, ever since I was 5, when I first met him, Patrick Ewing been his favorite player. You gonna know 2 things about me, son. I'm a Marine, and Patrick Ewing is the best player ever.
Go ahead, man. Finish.
All right,
Finish.
No, that's a respectable start.
That's the only reason I allow
He
it.
ain't switched up in the top 50.
He ain't switched up at
He is a top
25.
50. He top 50. He top 50.
Is Kyrie Irving top 50?
He in the top 75.
Absolutely not.
But go ahead.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, was he in the top 75? He wasn't, right?
Okay, so we got my man PE, ugly Jamaican. That's what I call him. Then,
No, we're good.
okay. I gotta go with Charles Barkley.
Let's go.
He got his talent stolen by the Monstars.
He gonna say all the monsters.
Jordan over here, Ewing, Charles Barkley. I'm gonna say Isaiah Thomas. Okay.
This nigga named one more person without a ring, I'm gonna fucking lose him.
I got 2 rings.
I got 2 rings. Yeah, he got 2 rings. Clyde the Clyde. Clyde was nice this day.
Yeah. And Jordan embarrassed
I'm
me.
giving y'all
Go
one.
ahead.
Y'all even know about it. I can't remember his name. I think it was.
He unemployed.
No. He's an old Milwaukee Buck.
Oh,
Kareem?
Preston. Presley? Presley was cool.
Who is Presley?
Google.
Oh, he was nice. He was nice. He was nice. He was nice. He
Presley
was nice.
for the Bucks.
Okay.
I grew up with my uncle.
Dr. Jackson.
Kyrie
Kyrie from Jersey, so don't fight with Kyrie now.
Go ahead, Dr. J.
Go ahead.
Come on, let's settle it. All right.
We've settled it.
We said it. Michael Jordan.
He's already.
Yep.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, nobody said Magic.
Yeah, I was. He's right outside.
I like
He
Magic.
couldn't shoot. That's why.
I got too many diseases for me.
I don't think you guys ever saw.
They got the one name.
Y'all definitely
Dr.
related.
J, yeah.
You guys ever saw Julius?
Nobody said Dr. J.
Dr. J, yeah. There you go.
I'm too young, but I heard Dr. J couldn't hit a jumper outside of 5 feet.
That's not true.
We
I'll
matched
tell you
three.
something.
You the who?
That ain't true?
That's
No, that's not true.
He played.
Julius like Julie.
Exactly.
So right, hold up.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Never mind, never mind.
Oh yeah, we know. I know the story. I heard the story. Damn, he caught me.
He had a special place in my heart. Earl Monroe.
That makes sense. That makes
You
sense.
know,
I had a Pearl Tom.
you know his nickname? Black Jesus.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I get it.
That was good.
I like KD.
Katie is nice.
So I have one more.
One more.
I'll throw in Bird.
Okay,
That's a respectable list, man.
Larry Bird was a bad one.
Yeah, he was, man.
I watched this shit where he told this dude, he said, I'm gonna drop 48 on you.
Yeah.
Walk in- I'm gonna drop 48 on you. Walk to their locker room. He said, how y'all doing? I'm gonna drop 48 on you.
Yeah.
Drop 48 on you.
Yeah, he said that one game.
In 3 quarters.
I'm gonna shoot everything with my left hand because I got somebody on Friday. He's my right hand for that. He shot every shot with his left hand.
That was the other way around. He was left-handed, but he shot it all with his hand.
Yeah.
Other way around. Yep.
Bird was cold. Bird
He was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bad motherfucker.
He talked.
Real quick.
Exactly.
4 years of mine, because I'm on school. 4 years of mine, Dr. J, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and who else you say? Oh, Dr. J. No, Katie.
Pearl to Pearl.
No. Is that Dr. J? Almost me. You would be Dr. J. No.
Let's see.
All right, let's see. Dr. J, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, of course. And then, I don't know, white boy, another white boy, Pistol Pete Mary.
Okay.
That's good.
Mr. P was nice.
Okay,
I've only seen
Real
him like
quick.
that, but he was a bad one.
have any of y'all seen David Robinson in his prime?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
So who's left?
But he wasn't a Navy.
Prime for prime, would you take Tim or
Okay.
David?
I'll take Dave Robinson.
Thank you. Okay.
But I'll take Hakeem Olajuwon over all of them.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Go ahead. This is gonna be interesting.
No. I think he's gonna be good. I think he's gonna be good.
Everybody thinks what I say is controversial. My shit just facts. This shit is not what it is.
My opinions are
Real
just
quick.
facts.
He's building He's building some court.
I like
That's
that.
what he like the big three. You know, like that. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna have leagues with him.
All right, who you got, son? Who you got?
So look, I'm gonna start this off by he mentioned my court.
Yeah.
Now I want to tell you, no nigga in Peoria can hold me.
On his court.
I'm the best basketball player to ever come out the city.
You are your father.
Sean Livingston.
Yes.
So let him, he got nothing on me. He got nothing on me.
So go ahead and make
My court, you got a 3-point line like every court, but then it's got the Twist logo in the back. That's where I shoot from. And it's 4 points.
It's 4 points.
Four time.
Three is not bad.
No,
Son team.
obviously,
Father son,
Michael
hype man.
Jordan is my number one. Behind him, I have LeBron. Behind LeBron, I have Kobe. I think that top 3, whichever way you want to put them, I don't think there's 3. I don't think there's any. Patrick Ewing. I don't think there's any basketball players better than those 3 right
Got to, I guess.
Motherfucker played it 4 years. You got
Number 4, you said Steph Curry.
Gotta have Steph.
And the reason I chose him, he changed the game. If you would have put Steph Curry when they first invented
So would
three-point
you have
line,
said Steph Curry over Allen Iverson?
yeah.
At this point, even though they both don't.
They both changed the game, but
See, and let me do my list.
They definitely
I said
my top
fuck
10.
But yeah, go ahead.
AI's in my top 10. AI was better for the culture and his shoes are harder.
Yeah.
Steph changed the game just as much as AI did. and he's more successful.
Okay.
And Steph's more successful. And the name of the game is winning rings. No matter which way you put it, your number one, if they don't got no rings, it's a fake number one.
Dr. J got one ring still. I mean, he's a
He got ABL rings.
That shit that won in the league, it don't count. Never mind.
He's a one ring.
You said Steph. We got Josh. You said Steph, Jordan, LeBron, Kobe.
Y'all not gonna agree with this number 5, but to me, most dominant player ever in his time, Shaq.
Yes.
I almost put him in my top 5.
And really, you put that 5 against any 5 in history, I'm like,
Ain't nobody mess with him.
that's kind of hard to beat.
Shaq was special,
I
man.
tell you what,
But Wilt was special too.
Wilt was special.
Well, yeah.
Wilt
I
team,
would love to see them together.
I didn't really see it. I didn't really see a lot of it.
Wilt was mean.
I didn't really see a lot
Y'all
of
really
it.
think he did 100 points? He did do
He
it.
did.
I'm saying, y'all really think he did that?
Gun?
What up?
Let's hear your 5.
So Jordan, we're gonna do 6, right? So Jordan, of course. Magic. Steph. Hakeem Olajuwon.
Wait, what?
You notice no one
4
got up
rings.
and left when you
What I say? Jordan, Magic,
Magic.
Steph,
Steph.
Dr. J,
Okay.
Hakeem Olajuwon, and then the bonus 6. What am I missing? Kobe. Is that your order? No. My order would probably be Jordan, Kobe. Yeah, a lot of people don't really put Kobe in that second category. I don't know why. Because I mean, Kobe's next to Jordan too. Yeah. And then if he got that, we got 5, right? I think he got 6 rings.
I think if Kobe wouldn't have been with Adidas in the first few years, and she was
I agree
trash.
with you.
The Crazy Ace was hard.
Yeah, Crazy Ace was.
I like
Crazy
Crazy
Ace
Ace
was
was
hard.
That was
My top
trash.
5.
See, I'm gonna do mine a little differently. I'm gonna go by position. I'm just gonna try and make a starting 5.
Okay.
Point guard, and I have an issue, but like you said, the way he's changed the game, Steph Curry, he can dish it, he can shoot it. His defense is suspect,
It's
but
questionable.
it's questionable.
He's got better, though.
But with the
We all got some flaws in our game, though.
with the other 4, I feel like they would pick up the slack. At the 2,
And he's got a lot better.
I would go with Jordan, obviously. 3, 4, you can kind of flip flop out, but LeBron, I'm surprised a lot of y'all have left LeBron off the list.
I have LeBron on it.
With
They haters.
his dominant and the longevity of his career. I mean, it's
You can count on them.
you can
Not
count
in
on
and not
him.
out.
Probably
And then 5, I don't think that there shouldn't be any sort of heat thrown my way for this, but Olajuwon, that dude's footwork is crazy.
Yeah, right.
What
you got on the 4?
But then 4, at the 4, and like this is where I say you can switch him and LeBron out at 3 and 4 is KD. When we all played video games growing up, what did we create?
We created that 6'11" dude that can shoot.
That can shoot.
Yeah.
And that's what we all wanted when we were playing video games, and he can.
Giannis not on my top 5.
Giannis isn't there yet.
Giannis not even my top 25.
But yeah, and like if you don't count Mike, I don't know who I would go with next. Probably, and this throws off my lineup anyways. But I would probably go with Shaq. He was so dominant.
So you wouldn't throw Kobe in there.
No, in my top 5, if I'm going by position wise.
But
you took Mike out. You took Jordan out. You don't want to put Kobe in
Mike out. You got to throw in. You got to backfill his position.
You wouldn't put Kobe in there. Charles, bro. Challenge y'all to go back to YouTube and watch Barkley.
No, I understand. But at the two, I would probably throw Kobe in there.
Big, can shoot it. There you go. Well, I need some water.
What I said, Charles?
Go back and watch Charles highlights.
That Patrick Ewing shit, though.
Mobile, could pass, could dribble, could shoot. Charles Barkley was a beast, bro.
Yeah, he was a problem.
This shit's
Two guard. Who's the second best 2 guard? Kobe, man.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Well, I think everybody list is pretty good, but we all agree on Mike.
Just happy to be around people that got some sense, bro. Because I be on the internet and they really be having these Jordan LeBron debates, and I'm like, bro, I hate that. They in 2 different.
But the thing is, man, you can look at so many different memes and stats, man, where they get swayed, where it looks like.
That's why I say we don't fuck with stats.
But I'm saying, but there are some things that are set, like Jordan. Like when he was 17 versus when LeBron was 17, what they were doing in 18, 18, 19, and you look at that, and it makes it look like LeBron is way more successful than Jordan.
Right.
But when you break it down with just their NBA career and whatnot, I don't know. It's different, but
And
it's a tough debate. You
At what level does the eye test come into play?
What's that?
The eye test.
The eye test. I just go. To me, the difference between the two is Mike is an alpha and LeBron is a beta. I don't feel like I can look at somebody as the greatest. I said Mike is an alpha, LeBron is a beta.
But now,
But like I can't say that like if I was starting a team and I want the best possible player on my team, I'm gonna look for a guy that's gonna want to pass first. If I'm starting my team and I want to build something, I would want to build it off of somebody like Mike. That's me.
Right.
And I'm sure there's 100 LeBron stands out there that can come to me and tell me that no, you can build a team around LeBron way easier because he can do X, Y, and Z. But it's just my personal preference.
I think to loop it back into this topic, off the court, LeBron is remarkable.
Oh yeah.
And
what he's overcome too, because the pressure he had on him at 18, I knew he was gonna fuck
That's
it up.
right. We started
Anybody else would have
about
fucked
the
it up.
importance of dads, but
Yeah.
he ain't have it.
He not only that,
and he's
he didn't have a
raising
father, but he's raising his kids. He's still with his child's mom from day one. No scandals.
Yep.
To have that amount of pressure at 18,
And I feel like
gives back to the community.
Yeah.
It's like exponentially more than any other player.
Mike off the court.
Mike off the court was a wild.
He's a jerk. But I was gonna say too is that he's got two young men he's raising, and he's got them in the LA facility. I don't know if y'all saw that.
And a daughter.
And I know, but I'm saying
Right.
like just sorry.
She can't hoop.
Two young men though, and they at the facility, they got access to it, and he's like showing them how to be in the NBA already. You know what I'm saying? But I do think But I do think Bryce is gonna be better than Bron.
You think what?
I think Bryce is gonna be better than Bron.
No.
What?
Oh, better than Bronny.
Yeah.
Not Bron.
No.
Oh yeah.
I think
The younger of the two sons will be better.
It's always like that, right? The oldest boy
I think he's gonna be better. I think he's gonna be better.
Like the ball family.
Yeah.
I heard a little shot fired right there.
What's
Your oldest boy right next to you.
Damn.
Right. Can your brothers
It's the
beat you?
best.
Can your brothers beat you that?
I'll say this. My brother, sure, he plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But if Mike
Shout out to Mike Tomlin.
if Mike Tomlin saw the tape of our last fight, he might have drafted me. I'm just saying. Because he couldn't get down with me. It took him getting drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers for him to find things. He wasn't holding nothing back.
You sure?
He was a witness. What, LeBron got witnesses? He a witness. Ask him.
What's up?
Ask him what happened.
We're gonna go to the next question. Right. We got a couple more.
Hey, drink champs be like 3.5 hours though.
I know, but
Got time.
y'all,
Go ahead.
if y'all want to chill back, we can chill back.
All right, my wife ain't text me yet.
Yeah.
I got nothing to do.
I want this question because I gotta ask.
Because you rap or R&B?
rap R&B.
He's an R&B cat.
I'm an R&B cat all day long.
I mean,
Do you listen to R&B when you're working out?
Yes.
That's easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Because this is the thing, especially when I'm doing legs, because
what
you get so you want to rush, and you can't rush when you're doing legs.
So what you're asking me? What do I listen to more?
No.
Or what do
What
I
do you prefer, rap or R&B? Like if I was
so
to,
hard when you say
So I'm
if I was to take your phone and press play,
Yeah.
what would come up?
So it's rap right now, but I'm gonna answer this like this, right? So anybody ever worked in a restaurant before? Nobody worked in a restaurant? If you know anybody, none of y'all worked in a restaurant?
I did.
Everybody worked in.
I'll be the first real one. We ought to have parties in McDonald's, y'all.
Shout out to the service industry. But if you work at the restaurant, you're less likely to eat at the restaurant when you stop working.
True.
And so you got to know, I spent from age, I signed my first record deal at 13.
Okay.
Right? So 20 plus years of my life in hip hop.
No, I get
Right?
that.
And so it's like working at the restaurant. I don't listen to as much hip hop. Right? Because my perspective is skewed. Right? I find myself critical. You overcritical. Right? And then you find it like a barber.
Yeah, I don't cut my hair all the time.
You're like, oh, okay. Even if a barber is nice, you can't quite appreciate it at the level of like something that you don't do.
Right.
My cleaning lady.
My answer is hip hop is my answer because hip hop has changed my life. But like most of the time I'm listening to R&B, rock and roll,
What's the most influential song that changed, like, you got you through like the hardest time?
Star Spangled Banner.
Definitely not. I'm gonna be watching this.
Hey, real talk,
Let me make sure I'm
though.
careful.
If you in the middle of nowhere and you got back in the day was no phones around,
Okay.
and they play that Star Spangled Banner, that's just fucking dope, bro.
No.
Bobby, rap.
That's what you say.
Rap is the answer.
Rap.
Okay.
Nothing but
But I
rap.
listen mostly not to. That much.
I listen to nothing but straight Jeezy, Rick Ross. If you're selling drugs in your music, I don't want to hear that shit.
See, my life is intense. My life is intense, and I gotta always be on to make this shit work.
Right.
I need an escape. You ever sat down and watched Mission Impossible?
It's,
Damn, that's crazy. That's phenomenal. It's a great movie. I enjoyed it.
right.
I like to see and listen to shit that I don't have no part of at all. It's a fantasy for me.
Right.
I ain't never sold a drug. I ain't never gang banged. I ain't never none of that shit. But I listen to drill rap only. I sprinkle in some Lil Wayne and Drake.
No R&B at all. Nothing.
When I'm with my wife, I do.
If I'm gonna go to
But
bed,
if I'm driving in
I'm
the
put on
car,
Jonas.
I'm throwing on Lil Durk. Let me hear that G Herbo. I don't want to hear all this soft, soothing shit. I don't care about all that. I want to hear gun clicks.
So Mark, he
gun
just said
sound, all
I'm
that shit. I'm
I know you say that. I know you say
Take it how you want. Take it how you want.
You trying to tell me, for real? You trying to tell me, you over here doing that? I get so weak.
Hey, no, Bonnie,
Okay.
Bonnie, say it. Tell him it.
Specific days,
I do.
I like listen to R&B when I train.
I think everyone likes to listen to R&B.
What's your favorite R&B song?
My favorite R&B song.
That's like to get.
I'm bench pressing Luther Vandross. Say something.
It's not so.
Alright, let me ask you a different question then.
Okay.
One that you can answer.
Okay.
The internet's this week is lighting up about verses.
Okay.
Jodeci versus Drew Hill.
Come on.
Ooh.
That's what they say.
Is that the next
That's what, no. That's what the internet's saying.
Wait,
That's what they're saying right now.
wait. Now or prime?
That's what they argue. No, right? Just in
You
general.
know the answers.
They argue about.
Oh, you gonna say Josie? Ain't Josie?
Yeah, Joseph.
Josie's the whole album.
But Drew Hill has some shit though.
What about Doc?
Let me find out.
R&B or rap?
I know Doc will go smooth. He play.
Yeah.
He gonna say
Jazz.
He gonna say jazz.
Reggae.
Okay.
Hey,
That's what I operate to. Reggae.
Who you got?
That's
What's your top two?
I'm gonna say that.
Bamba Clock. Not Bob. Bob aside. Who else?
Richard Spice
Okay.
And
Buju Banton.
Buju Banton. Yeah.
Never heard these guys.
Hey,
How many people have they killed?
why you cut?
How many drugs have they sold?
Hey,
How many baby mamas
Buju killed a lot of people.
got?
Buju Banton killed a lot of people.
How many baby mamas he got?
Buju Banton is a real guy.
Listen to some Dirt. I will listen to Lil Baby. I love Meek Mill.
those are fixing those. I'll be happy to know where you at.
Like honestly, my two favorite rap songs ever in the history of rap is Warning by Biggie and Dreams and Nightmare by Meek Mill. Now I can play them motherfuckers all day long.
But Dreams and Nightmares, that don't count though, because that's some Dreams and Nightmares is like a black gospel song.
I don't care what it is.
It is. That's
It's
But it
on
gets
another
it
level.
right.
That's a great way to say it. Yeah.
Oh, rap all day.
Okay.
Virgil, what you got?
I'm R&B. I'm in city.
Who's your favorite R&B artist? Who you got? My fault taking over the podcast.
Oh no, I mean Luther. It's not.
Big Luther, Little Luther.
I'm about to say the same thing.
Oh,
It's different.
Big Luther. I mean, he wanted
Okay,
to
Big
be
Luther.
Lord.
Okay.
He wanted to do it.
Last
Freddie
question.
Jackson.
Last
question.
Freddie has
This is a good one.
R. Kelly.
This is a real good.
Nobody said, "Oh, you mad?" Yeah, you did great.
Another podcast. Another
I was
podcast.
at a wedding.
We ain't trying to get
I
careful.
was at a wedding.
Let's keep going. Let's keep
No,
going.
Oh,
Let's keep going.
Go ahead.
No,
What was the last one, Jamar?
no,
Go ahead.
no R. Kelly.
No R. Kelly, no K.
We're so that with that keyboard loyalty.
The drink champs is the question.
That's the drink champs.
Respect
Right.
your
Shout
loyalty.
out to Nori.
Yeah, shout out to Nori and
Respect or loyalty.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll tell you straight up for me. It's got to be respect.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. Like, if you don't respect me, I don't even need you to tell me that you fuck with me. None of that. I'm cool. So
For that.
respect.
Respect for me. Respect.
So I choose respect, obviously, but I feel like they're too intertwined. If someone respects you enough,
they'll
they're
give
going to
you
be loyal.
loyalty.
Exactly.
Right.
I think,
But
I think people should be loyal. I would prefer you to be loyal to yourself, right? Loyalty to me is dangerous, right? So loyalty is like you got a dog, right? You talked about the dog. Dogs are loyal. You can be abusive to them.
no matter
You can
what.
be harmful to them. Like I'm not loyal like that, right? If you fucking me over, I'm not gonna be loyal to you, right? If you being harmful or abusive or disrespectful to me, or here's another thing, maybe a flaw of mine. If I see you doing that to others, even if you're not doing it to me, I'm not riding with you, right? So I prefer respect way over loyalty is for dogs. Like you ain't got to be loyal to yourself.
Man, I ball out loyalty.
Loyalty, why?
I don't know, man. There's something about riding for you. And like Zach kind of said, like they're kind of intertwined because I feel like if you're gonna be loyal to me, you're gonna respect me. But I don't know, just something about being down with the home team just means the world to me, man. I don't know, it goes so far just
Big on
on
family?
Huh?
Big on family?
Oh, big, huge on family. I got it tatted on my arm.
Fuck my family.
See, I don't have that. My family's been great to me. Everybody's been great to me. They're all close. I could reach out and anybody will come help me whenever I need it. But
if they don't, you still riding with them?
Yeah, it's family. Man.
If they don't, if they start fucking you over, you still riding with them?
Luckily, no one's fucking me over.
I'm asking. That's the question. If they do,
but they wouldn't be.
That's
loyal.
what loyalty means.
But that's what I'm saying. But they wouldn't be loyal.
Oh no, but the question was like, so you're saying like, you'd rather them be loyal to you?
Yeah.
But as your own character trait.
What do you?
Loyalty or respect? Your own character traits.
I mean, I feel like I'm a respectful person. I give everybody respect. I mean, I don't treat anybody higher or lower than anybody else, but I feel like that I'm a loyal person. So, but it's strange because again, they're kind of intertwinable.
Can you
like,
be respectful without being loyal?
I don't know how that's possible. Like it's like a double negative. Like I don't think like how could I like let's use Jamar as an example here. How can I be respectful but then not loyal to Jamar? How could I say, man, Jamar's the dopest barber in the city, but then I go to Joe Blow to get my haircut? That wouldn't be to me. That's not being loyal.
So let's use that example, right? So Jamar's a dope barber, right?
We've established that.
Right. Let's use that example. Jamar's a dope barber. You come to your appointment, Jamar ain't here. 1 week, next week you come back, Jamar ain't here.
Oh, now look,
that's loyalty though. Loyalty means to the death.
Right.
Loyalty is like, bro,
that's a whole other thing for another.
You got a time in but could you? Wait. But could you say, hey, bro, respectfully, I found another one. I respect what you do.
Hey,
but you're not for me.
Okay, but let me know.
Exactly.
Now, the tough part about that is, and that's what I was saying is for another episode because I feel like the whole like showing up on time versus late to barber appointments it's like a weird fucking game. It's like a weird game. So like I would never cancel him out unless it was a repeated offense.
That's what I'm saying. Repeated
offense.
Like
I'm here every other Thursday at 3:45. You can catch me in that chair. But now let's say I start showing up and it's 4:00 this week, 4:15 next week. Yeah, then we might have to start discussing other options.
We talking loyalty versus respect. He's the
but he's disrespecting my time by him not showing up on time. So then that would lower my loyalty and that would make me start to look out.
You don't know me right.
Nope.
I said I respect you.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't expect you to be loyal to me.
Right. No, I
respect you as a human being.
Yeah, but that goes back to me saying like I respect everybody. I don't treat anybody better than anyone else unless you.
You can respect without being loyal.
But for me, respect comes first.
Yeah, that's what the question was.
Loyalty, I feel like, has to kind of be earned almost. Like if I have no relationship with, say I have no relationship with you, and I could go work with some other person and I'll make way more money. I don't even know you.
Right.
I'm gonna just do it with them. But if I have that loyalty to you and I have a relationship with you, no matter what this dollar amount is, I'm with you. But anyone I meet, even though I just met you, I'm still gonna be respectful. And I'm gonna want the same amount of respect right back.
I think that's the question, right?
Yeah.
Which one weighs more?
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta have
That's what I'm saying. Respect.
I gotta.
What about you, Bobby?
Well, for me, I got this like messed up psychology mind. So my mind is kind of weird. I got to go with loyalty. Only because, you know, I'm talking to my father, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when you grow up as a black kid in the hood, you know, you don't really have anybody to look up to. You have nobody to really inspire you. You have nobody to really, you can really dig and speak until you meet somebody that changed your life. And that person that changed my life, I will always be 100% loyal to that person. So for me, from that perspective, I have to loyalty. Because it's just, if a person can change your life in an impactful way, I'll always be loyal to them. Because they helped me get to a whole other level that I never even thought I could even achieve. So for me, I try to be the example. I don't really try to talk. I try to walk the walk. So that way you can see me do it. With that, then that way.
But you respected that person first, didn't you?
Yeah, because but I think I got that from my grandmother. My grandmother taught me how to respect it because you know you never know somebody's story.
Right.
You know, so me, I always respect a man just off of what my grandmother said. Like I respect you until you do some fuck shit.
Right, so
Then I can't mess with you.
Right.
Like Josh said, if I see you fucking up with Josh, I ain't messing with you.
Right.
I ain't messing with you like that. It ain't even happening.
Which I think is the weight of the respect, right?
So see, like I just looked it up, just sitting here. You know, Mark told me he wanted
No,
to
he's a nerd.
do this on the show. The definition of respect is a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. And the definition of loyalty is giving or showing firm and constant support or allegiance to a person or institution.
So you gonna show the loyalty regardless of what they do.
Yeah, like I'm not about to sell.
They
I'm
gonna
not
rob.
Here goes the perfect motherfucking example. Tomorrow I got my guy that's training me at work coming to Jamar to get a haircut. He don't know Jamar. He don't know anything about Jamar. He just knows that I go there and he respects me. But I'm loyal to Jamar that I'm not going to send him to. I'm not saying any other barbers' names because I only know like 2 other ones.
Call them out. Them niggas trash.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm not going to send him their way. I'm loyal to
But
Jamar.
that's what G did for me. He gave him Jamar's number, and that's how we linked.
No doubt. I don't know that the question is meant to say which loyalty doesn't have value or respect doesn't have value. I think the question is which one weighs more, right? And so where I'm coming from is sometimes, Brother Bobby, we be too loyal, right?
Sometimes,
and so somebody help you out with something, somebody put you on your feet, but then you find out that they on some fuck shit, and then we still riding, right? You mentioned the R&B singer that people still riding with because he changed their lives, even though it's been revealed to them that he's doing some horrible shit. But they're like, no, but he changed my life, so. But look, to me, loyalty is really dangerous.
Yeah,
bro.
I agree with you.
But you still gonna be loyal and step.
Yeah, but how many people? Let's think about loyalty for a second, though. Right, so let me bring it back to my day job, right, chamber seat. One of the biggest complaints I get from employers is these employees ain't loyal. Right, that's what we hear. They're not loyal. But what they really mean is we can't exploit them
for these low wages.
Right, because there was a generation of people that were like, well, shit, you gave me a job, you gave me an opportunity, so even though you exploited me, I'm going to stay 40 years of exploitation.
Yeah, even with that, you still got to respect somebody, you know.
You got to have respect first. Respect because if an employer doesn't respect you, they're going to exploit you. And you end up being loyal to them, like, man, they gave me a job, so I'm going to ride with them. But really, you're being exploited. It's a new generation of people that are like, bro, if you don't respect me, I'm not going to work here.
But
I'm not going to show up here.
For me, if I'm a millionaire and I hang around y'all going to be millionaires. You get what I'm saying? So I don't believe in just being, I want everybody to eat.
Everybody got to eat.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how I was raised. Like, if we all millionaires. I'm going to put you on, I'm going to put everybody on. I'm going to give you the blueprint. But let's be honest, we don't do that.
It's competition.
It's hard.
We
It's
we
hard.
we
It's
don't
hard.
we got
Yeah, I was gonna say
we don't do
yeah, yeah.
we don't do that. But
hard
as a black man, as a black father, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. It's my responsibility to give back. It's my responsibility to bridge that gap between the old head and the young heads.
We all do it.
You know what I'm saying? I never hate on Jamarian because they just have more opportunities than what we. My dad, me and my, we didn't have shit. We didn't have nothing. We grew up in that damn Warner homes and them damn bricks, and we used to look at the cars go by, and we didn't have no grass, so we came from shit. But they have opportunities, so I go hate on them. I'm glad that they're successful. I want to bridge that gap. So
What's next up?
Well, that's it, man. I mean, that was the question there, man. I think that this was the first episode.
I got to say one thing. It really strikes my nerve. We got my man Greg Wilson over there at the school.
Shout out to Greg.
Shout out to Greg Wilson. He's over there listening. Shout out to Greg. He's doing a wonderful job with the school board. But man, y'all got to get rid of the school uniforms, man. I'm so tired.
Come on, G.
I'm so tired. But they're starting the school uniform because the poor people complain because the people with money can buy their kids clothes. Well, nigga, get a job. If I can afford to buy my kid clothes, that's on me.
you know it ain't that easy.
And guess what? I picked my son up from school. I'm not gonna say the school he went to. And them school uniforms, them kids were still fighting. Them niggas still flunking. Like it don't matter. Get rid of that shit. Let me take my kids to school shopping.
It's not that simple.
It's that simple. If them kids are still bad, instead of dumb down the education side of the because them niggas, they're mad that I get love at home. And they're not getting
They don't have fathers.
They don't have fathers. There you go.
Well, we don't have fathers, bro. So that's what it is. So
It's a lot of factors. It's not just
it's a lot of factors. Because let's be honest, if your pops hadn't been there, you'd probably be different.
He don't even know his dad.
Damn, niggas put my son in the
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't know who my daddy is.
I don't know who you bring it back, but make sure you bring it back.
I think honestly, that's why
This gotta continue.
That's why we all here. That's why we all here. I love this shit right here. This right here.
What my dad trying to say? What my dad trying to say is look at numbers. Look at grades, GPAs, ACT, SAT scores before universal uniforms. The amount of fights, and look at an actor.
No, I get it.
I think there's no difference.
No difference.
I don't think uniforms matter at all.
Don't matter.
That's what
Greg, has it changed at all, Greg?
What's that?
They didn't even listen.
Has the data changed around school performance and uniforms?
No, but I don't think it's all about school performance either. I think it's a double-edged sword. You know, school performance, and then you have bullying, which bullying is really at the top of that because if you don't have school uniforms, then you have people. You know, the gap is apparent. You know, so you know.
I got bullied with a uniform on.
Right. I was that kid that had one pair of jeans and had to rock them all week with a different shirt.
Me too.
So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I get where you're coming from because we grew up hard, so we don't really give people excuses because fuck, we made it. But see, I'm different.
But there's nothing wrong with trying to do better than what we were raised with. And so sometimes for those of us who have overcome things, it's difficult for us to, like some people, I think it's human nature, right? You overcame some shit, so you like, why the next generation can't overcome what I overcame? But I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to make it easy for our kids, right? No. And if we can eliminate that gap that Brother Greg is talking about, maybe it resolves one key issue. Right? Yeah. This obvious, like, because it was obvious for me growing up who had money and who didn't. Oh, and I ain't have none, right? And so I was stressed out every morning, like, man, did I wear this Tommy Hilfiger shirt? The one joint I got from TJ Maxx, did I wear it yesterday? Or am I gonna wear it tomorrow? Right? So you got a lot of pressure that might be impacting your school performance. You know, I was never bullied. I never had that experience, but I saw it. I experienced it. You know, I witnessed it.
Can I add to that?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I just want to say this right here is beautiful. Like men coming together in this way for this purpose is what's going to change the trajectory and turn that around. Because now we share resources with one another. Yes. That's where our city's going into. We're sharing resources with one another. So just want to say this is great. This is great. I got one fun story. You know how your grandparents they buy you clothes and things like that. Well, this is back I was going into 10th grade. My high school was 3 years, 10th, 10th, 12th. Here, my grandmother buys me some clothes. Now you gotta imagine this here. Purple stripe all
Omega.
with white.
Yeah, purple.
And she got me some rose-colored pants with a purple stripe down. And I got me a rose shirt and a gray shirt. So,
Not pink, but rose.
so I said, Daddy, when we gonna go shopping for school clothes? He said, you got your clothes already. And man, I walked in there and
They probably lit you up.
it's just yo, man. I just put earplugs in, just. And after that, I learned. I started getting these little jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I started buying my own clothes.
No, that's right.
When you became a doctor, you were tougher skins because the medical profession got to have tough skin to deal with different types of people.
So, that's another story.
Yeah, that's a whole other time.
No, that's stuff.
You know, man, we appreciate me and Tamara. Really appreciate y'all coming out, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's great.
We appreciate y'all for doing
Yeah,
this, man.
for real.
What a dope group y'all have assembled, man.
Yeah.
Really, this is dope.
It's like the Black Avengers.
Man, it was just like a little thought that me and Jamar came up. Honestly, I was kind of going through a little something. Jamar was like my little angel. He always was talking to me.
When he was cutting your hair.
He was cutting my hair. No, he was trying to shape my beard up because I was trying to, But no, we were just talking, man, and he was like, man, you know what, man? We need to have a men's group in here where we can just be real. And then we kept talking about it, Then one day somebody named Chanel came in and said, we got it. I said, you know what, we gonna do it.
Turn it into a podcast.
Yes.
Big ups to Chanel. Big ups to her.
Thanks, Chanel. Appreciate it.
Yes,
This was beautiful.
Love
I
it.
love this, guys. I appreciate every one of y'all that came out. Everybody that sat in with us, man. I appreciate all of this, man. For real, for real. Anybody got anything they want to say or anything like that?
Can I get a haircut now?
Are you editing? Yeah, I do need a haircut.
We will edit this.
Okay, if you edited it, then I would suggest you wrap up by shouting out your sponsors one more time and say the name of the podcast, your shop, all those things.
Go ahead, do that, Jamal.
You might as well do it in the camera. Somebody do it in the camera.
Yeah, do it in the camera.
All right. Once again, appreciate Glow Girls, Tri-County Urban League, Joker Visual, and Greg. What is your
LMHM Consulting.
Damn, right there.
LLM.
What?
That right there.
IMNC?
One more time.
Great.
LMHM Consulting.
LMM HM Consultant.
Consultants.
And their new one, mattress.
Mattress by
Mattress
appointment,
by
boy.
appointment.
Get your new mattress.
Yes,
I got financing for $1 down, nerve. Got the cheapest mattresses in town. 10
What is the best mattress to get?
I can't tell you that everybody's preference is different. I can tell you my most expensive mattress. I can tell you that, which is a Carthage SPT Super Pillow Top. It's got 675 individually wrapped coils. It's got 4 layers of memory foam, and it's got 3-inch memory. It's got 3-inch.
What's that hip phone? What's that hip phone?
Yeah, what is
for a queen? $1,200.
I need a king.
For a king, $1,450.
That's not bad.
And you can put it on an adjustable bed, and then it can move up and down.
Well, shout out to Mattress by Appointment. Shout out to everybody that was a part of this, and we appreciate everybody that came out today. This was great. This is fun. We'll get some more people coming in and out. Next episode is about dating. So
Dating?
Yeah, next week is gonna be crazy.
Just like dating.
Oh, that's it.
What right there? Dating back in
What day?
It's relationship.
What day? What day next week?
Back. So next week,
Yes.
all right now.